Thank you very much, Dominic, and welcome everyone. Historic Veterans Stadium here on the campus of Long Beach City College. I'm Fred Salas. Tonight, Ed. Sports coverage continues, featuring tonight CIF Southern Section football with the Long Beach Poly Jackrabbits hosting the Compton Tarbabes. When we talk about the Compton Tarbabes and Long Beach Poly Jackrabbits, the battle of the unbeatens. Join me in the booth tonight, our own personality, Chris Esslinger. Welcome, Chris. Let's talk about the Long Beach Poly Jackrabbits and their leader, Raul Lara.
Raul Lara, his team picked up right where they left off last year. Champions. They're undefeated. They've got a 77-game Moore League winning streak going right now. They haven't lost in league since 1994.
Well, one of the reasons they're not losing games is their offense. Davion Barner and Melvin Richardson, both with 800 yards apiece coming out of the backfield. These guys are huge weapons for the arsenal for Long Beach Poly.
They rely almost completely on these two running backs. They're the thunder and lightning of this offense. Richardson being the thunder, Barner being the lightning. They're both powerful and they're both fast.
Meanwhile, for Compton, they're led by their head coach, Calvin Bryant, an outstanding coach, and he's got his team off to an undefeated season.
He sure does, but they've never faced a team like Poly. This defense of Poly allowing fewer than 6 points a game. It's going to be quite a challenge for this double wing T offense that Calvin Bryant runs.
Well, you talk about the double T. They feature a running back, James McConico. Get this, 1,000 yards through 7 games. That's 28 yards a carry.
I don't know where to begin with this guy. It seems like every time he touches the ball, he scores. He's got 15 touchdowns with those 35 carries. This team relies on misdirection. They make a lot of long plays. It's going to be really exciting to watch.
It's CIF Southern Section football right here on Ed. Sports. Stay tuned. We'll be back with the opening kickoff. It's the Tarbabes and the Jackrabbits coming up right after this. All right, welcome back to Veterans Stadium. Fred Salas alongside Chris Esslinger. Pre-game festivities continue down at midfield with the introduction of the home team, Long Beach Poly Jackrabbits. Meanwhile, down on the 25-yard line, the captains for the two respective teams. For the Tarbabes out of Compton, James Randall, Jerry Malula, Byron Walker, Chris Metcalf, and of course, the lone MVP, if you will, out there for the Long Beach Poly Jackrabbits, number 14, the quarterback, Morgan Fennell. Now let's take a look at the starting lineups in offense. You see Fennell is going to run the offensive quarterback. Barner is one of the backs we featured in our opening, along with Richardson, the 1-2 punch, if you will. Clay Johnson and Camper are the targets when they go to the air. Offensively, from the front line, the Daniel Perez, Joseph Kroom, Brian Edwards, Wylan Edwards, and Albert Parrish anchors that big line up front at center. Well, let's check in downstairs with Laura.
Thanks, guys. I spoke with Compton coach Brian earlier in the game about his team playing on AstroTurf and if it would make a big difference. He said absolutely not. It doesn't matter if they play on dirt, grass, or synthetic fields. They're here and they're ready to play. Back to you, Fred and Chris.